Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is your international fan reaction for the Wolves 1-1 draw with Norwich, and there are some strong views in this one. So sit back, kick up your heels, have a listen, and leave your thoughts on the guys and gals' comments in the comment section below once you've heard them.
Hi everyone, it's Dazzling here. So another draw against probably the worst team of the Premier League this season. I don't know what happened, but the last 2 months have been awful. Really, we were doing so good, and look at us now. In the last 6 games, we lost 4, and the other 2 were 2 draws. The last match we won was the one against Villa. At least we tried today, especially in the second half. I can't say it was a boring match. For a few seconds, I really believed we could have won this match. But, of course, I was wrong. And about the players, man of the match, I think it's Chiquinho. I really liked Chiquinho today, and I like him in general. I think he's improving a lot. And I think he's going places, because to me he's a really nice football player. So the season is almost over. There is only 1 match left in a week against Reds away at Anfield. Not a chance, not a damn chance. We're going to lose this match so bad, but at this point we really don't care. Let Liverpool win the league, and yeah, so it's kind of strange. See you all for the last international fan reaction of the season, and then hopefully we'll be back in August. Yeah, August.
Hey Dave, Wolfman Jeff here on the porch in Alabama, and I'm just going to sit down for this one. And underwhelming end to the season. I know we've got 1 more game, but it was the last home game. I'm glad you got a chance to go. It was against a side that we really should be taking all 3 points from. Why did we make it so difficult? It's been it's frustrating. There were some bright spots. I think Chiquinho was definitely a bright spot. I think Tony Gomez was a bright spot. I liked seeing Ruddy in there, but to be honest, I think we would have won the game if it had been Saw. But, you know, it's really weird. It's like, what's that thing on Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the points don't matter? And because we're not really going anywhere. We're not going to Europe. And we're not going down. And Norwich ain't going anywhere but down. You know, they're already relegated. So it kind of felt like both sides knew, you know, ultimately the game didn't matter. And that's kind of how we played. It's a little harsh. It was very frustrating. Again, our defense. What is that about, Dave? I mean, we used to have such a tremendous defense. And it kept us in games where we would get a draw from a loss rather than have a win that dripped into a loss. Even though, yeah, it's a little bit different for that, but it's Norwich, man. Sorry, Pookie had so much free range, and some changes. I think who Bruno brought in was good, but I really questioned who we took out. And yeah, I know Cody wasn't having a great game, but Bali was worse. That may have been the worst game I've seen Bali, and how did he stay in there? It was pretty frustrating. I don't know. You're feeling just a little blah, a little underwhelmed, and it's like you're a bit sardonic. Like the end is coming, and you can't do anything about it. So, hey, this is Wolfman Jeff, despondent on the porch. And I think I'm just going to eat a whole pack of Fig Newtons. All right, bye.
Hello everyone, Brian from Thailand. Sorry I'm a bit late, Dave, phone problems. 1-1 against Norwich, bang average performance, not much to write home about. Norwich were the better side in the first half, got in front. I don't think their keeper had a shot to save, probably in the whole of the 90 minutes, but performance wise, probably about in between a 5 and a 6. Man of the match, Martinho, but you failed to beat Norwich in 3 games. One was in the cup and poor going, but 2 points from the last potential 21, which is relegation form basically. Season 5 or 6 players to go, so what does that mean? You've got to get about 7 or 8 in because of to add to the squad, and difficult task. I fear for Bruno Lage next season if he don't get things right, and the fans will turn on him. But Liverpool next week, Sunday, no chance unless they play their youth side. Stay safe, everyone. See you next week. Bye.
This is Chris from Oslo in Norway. This is seconds after the 1-1 draw in Norwich, and really I don't have words. I really do not. But that first half was an absolute disgrace in every possible way against one of the worst teams this league has ever seen. Could have easily been 3-4-0 down at half time. Offered nothing ourselves. Looks again to be a lack of effort from the players, you have to say. There's clearly something wrong. I don't know what else to say about that first half. I mean, I'm actually struggling to coherently say anything really, but there's certainly nothing positive. I think, the second half was a bit better, we had a change, and we got a 1-1 draw, could have lost it in all fairness. Now, let's break this down. Yet again, team selection, totally wrong. Totally wrong. Now, let's discuss this. Wang Hee-chan. This must be one of the worst professional footballers in a generation to play for Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's an appalling player. There's nothing he has. Nothing at all. To select him again, based on some of his recent performances, when Fabio didn't get him a team, Chiquinho on the bench, there is no logic possible to legislate for that decision. Some of the performances, some of the passing, the lack of urgency, the lack of effort. Now, it all comes down to it, doesn't it? And I think we have to say it has been one season under this manager, but it's clearly not good enough. Now, I will say this. Bruno Lage should absolutely not continue in the job. We are heading straight for relegation next season. There's no doubt about it. Those of us who have been around long enough, and I've seen a few relegation in my time, can see the signs. The signs start early. The signs tend to start at the end of the season before. Now, we're seeing it quite clearly. Unless there's a change of manager and a change in half of playing squad, this team will most certainly be relegated next season. Now, I can say this. I've seen this kind of thing before, unfortunately. That's a joke. What a way to end. Some of these players who've been here a while won't play for Wolves again. Certainly won't play at Molineux again in front of our supporters. What a way to end. Our club is in a bit of a situation now, isn't it? The joy's gone. There's nothing interesting. It's not fun anymore. It really isn't. Big changes need to be made, not least with a manager and half a playing squad. I'm not even bothered saying the score at all. I'm not going to bother talking about any positive points of the match. There were none. This was rubbish. This was absolute rubbish.
Hello there, Chris here in Athens. So, Wolves won, Norwich City won. Not a great result, but then again, not a great end to the season. Let's be honest, I think we're still licking our wounds from the Manchester City game. And in that first half, I thought Pukki had many chances down that left-hand side that exposed us, and I think they could have scored more. I think John Ruddy made a couple of good saves, and Bolly, I think again, was there at the last minute on one of the other occasions. So you know, they could have scored more. And if you're talking about a team that's bottom of the league exposing your defence like that, that's not great, is it? Let's be honest. I thought Neto was quiet, unusually quiet. In the second half, when we brought on Chiquinho and Silva, I thought we looked a little bit better. I thought Silva, again, you know, had a lot of running, and you could see he was really trying. But yeah, overall, very disappointing performance once again. Hard to pick a man of match out of that, and obviously we all hope that we can hang on to as many of our better players through the summer transfer window. So it's going to be an interesting one. Liverpool up next. I think they'll be looking at this Wolves side and thinking they'll be fancying those points relatively easily. So I think it's about how we want to, what kind of tone we want to finish the season on, and I would like to think we at least give Liverpool a run for their money next week. Always Wolves.
Hey Dave, David Neil Bulls here, coming to you from the all-new LaGuardia Airport. Yeah, anyone who's been to LaGuardia in the last 20 years will probably think I'm lying, but this is actually the new airport. I was supposed to be coming to you from the watch party in Chicago. We were there this weekend. Unfortunately, father-in-law fell, and we had to fly back urgently this morning and completely missed the watch party. But by a remarkably positive turn of events, I was actually able to watch the match on the plane through the plane Wi-Fi, which is rather cool. Although for the first half, wish I hadn't. Much better performance second half. Good to finally score against Norwich. Only took 3 attempts, right? I think it's going to be an interesting summer. I think you can see against Chelsea, and then today again Bruno went through 4 at the back. So I think to change things around. So I think that's going to be his preferred system next year, and that has a lot of implications for us. All in all, you know, decent performance second half, but nothing too great. But good to not lose anyway. I know Europe's gone now after West Ham drew and we didn't win. But anyway, on to the last game of the season against Liverpool. And I did see you in the crowd, by the way. So I will talk to you later.
Thanks for everyone that's taken time to send in. It's not been easy lately with Wolves not winning, but it's important to have feedback and hear the fans from around the world, no matter what the result. So yeah, if you want to get involved with this for next season, let us know, and smash a like on the video if you enjoy this sort of content, and don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below on what the guys and gals have said today. Until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.